Hello everyone, this is Jessie Hayden. Welcome to my final presentation. For this course, I decided to revamp my high intermediate level oral communication skills 2 course. This course is for ESL students, English as a second language students at my college, all of whom are taking some college classes while they finish their ESL course requirements. In the past 3 years, I have designed and developed 3 online courses for our ESL program. But I have found this oral communication skills course to be particularly challenging to design for the online environment because by necessity the course needs to facilitate a high degree of interactivity and oral discourse within the confines of a learning management system and the online learning environment. So in this presentation, I'm going to showcase the new active learning strategies and the new media elements that I've integrated into the course. I made these changes with the goal of making the course more communicative or more talkative, if you will, and more interactive. What we're looking at now is the home page of the course before I made the revision. So this is the before picture. As you can see, it's very text-based and not particularly visually stimulating. I'll kind of scroll down so you can just see how much text is on the page. Now let's contrast that with the after version of the course. And as you can see, just from the static snapshot of the home page of the course, it's much more visually stimulating. The most significant new features that I've added to the course are media-based elements. And in terms of acting learning strategies, because I use a lot of YouTube and video content in the course, I've tried to make the video content more interactive. So that would be one of the active learning ways I've incorporated active learning strategies into the course. So let me show you an example of what I mean. So let's go back to the old version of the course. If we go into Module 2 of the course, you'll see that there are some reading and listening activities that the students are required to do. And one of the listenings here is a YouTube lecture about how to take lecture notes. All I provided is the link. The students click on the link, it'll take them to the video, and they'll watch it on YouTube. The new version of the course is more active. It incorporates more active learning strategies. So again, we've got the reading and listening activities here, but now the video, instead of just watching it on YouTube, or maybe students are not watching it on YouTube, I use Zaption to make this video content more interactive. So if we go into it, and you've all seen this because it was one of the assignments I did for the course. But basically now this video...
Thanks for tuning in to Taking Lecture Notes. This video gives you...
with the use of Zaption has become highly interactive. So we've taken something, a passive learning activity, and made it an active learning activity. That's one way that I've added active learning strategies into the course. Another way that I've tried to make the course more active is through the discussion tool in the course. So again, just going back into Module 2 of the course, this is the old version of the course. I had required students to complete oral discussions in the old version of the course. But the only tool I had available to do that within our learning management system, where the students could do it asynchronistically, was the voice board, WIMBA voice board, which was just a horrible, don't quote me on that, but I really thought it was a horrible tool. Really, really cumbersome. I just want to give you an idea of just what a pain it was for the students to try to complete these activities with WIMBA. So, they had to go from one page to another, all these steps involved. They had to launch WIMBA voice board, wait for Wimba to load, wait for Java to load. I mean, it was just unbelievable. I'm surprised any of them actually completed these assignments. Okay, I actually paused Screencast-O-Matic while all that was loading, but it took probably a good minute or so to load. From there, students would have to click on the voice board assignment, click play, listen to the instructions, leave a reply. When they wanted to comment on each other's, which they were required to do, they would have to find, somebody's post and then reply to that. So, I mean, really just incredibly cumbersome. Now, we can contrast that with the new version of the course, which we just can go right into the Module 2 voice thread. It's now embedded in our learning management system, which is D2L. It takes a little time to load, but it's not bad.
An interesting city.
The other nice feature is that I've been able to add closed captioning to the voice thread. So if I have students who are hearing impaired, or they'll be able to read the closed captions. That's nice. On the other pages of the voice thread, I've added a transcript of what I'm saying for the instructions for this particular voice thread, and I've also added the rubric so they can see how they'll be evaluated on the voice thread. So that's an example of how I've revised the course to make the course more active, to incorporate new active learning strategies into the course. I'm really excited about this. I think that it's going to be so much fun for the students to listen to each other and comment on each other, and all they have to do is go down here and click this little plus sign, leave a comment. I am going to require them to leave either an audio or video comment, which they could phone in if they don't have a microphone, but I want them using their voices and really engaging in conversation in these voice threads. So these are embedded throughout the course. They actually have 7 that they complete during the course. All right, I use a lot of media in this course, but again, I felt the course was too static, not really engaging, kind of passive interaction with media as opposed to active interaction with media. So I've integrated a couple of different media elements. Most notably, I would say, would be SoundCloud for news items. So if we contrast that with the news item here, which is the old version of the course, it's all text, hello, welcome, blah, blah, blah. As opposed to the new version of the course, I've created a welcome that using SoundCloud. So I'll just play a little bit of that.
Welcome to ENSL 82 Communication Skills 2. This course will help you become an...
Okay, so I think that's a nice feature of the course, particularly a course that's focusing on communication skills. I've provided transcript for all the SoundCloud news items that I'm going to use now in this new version of the course, so that helps meet the accessibility standards and requirements. I've also, again, integrated voice thread pretty much throughout the course, not in addition to the discussion assignments that the students have in the course. They also have to give 3 short little mini oral presentations during the course. And at the end of the course, they, as part of their final, will actually do a 4 to 5 minute oral presentation, which has to be done in front of an audience. I am going to give them the option of either putting their own audience together and using a video camera and panning the audience to show there's an audience there, and giving their oral presentation in front of an audience, or we will use Blackboard Collaborate. And I'll have days and times that they can sign up for live sessions. Students will have to participate both as audience members and as presenters, and they will do that in the Blackboard Collaborate video conferencing session with a webcam. But I wanted to show you how I've added for the mini oral presentations using VoiceThread. So here's an example of that. This is for the second mini oral presentation.
Mini oral presentation number 2. Please record a mini oral presentation by video recording yourself giving your speech on this voice thread. You will need to use a webcam, a smartphone video camera, a built-in video camera, or an iPad.
I think this will be so nice having voice threads. Students will be able to view each other's presentations and they'll be able to comment on them. Now, I did have this feature in the old course, but it was, again, extremely cumbersome. Let me just show you by contrast. In the old course, I'm trying to remember where I put them. In the old course, it didn't really have a good way for students to share their mini oral presentations. So what I wound up doing was using the discussion board tool in D2L, and then having students either upload a video file as an attachment to that discussion board, or providing a link to YouTube. Again, it was really, really hard for students to view each other's videos and then come back to this and comment on them. I mean, really just truly a pain in the butt. So it's been really nice to have VoiceThread. I really am so excited about being able to use it this semester, well, in the fall semester, and seeing what students can do with it. I think the seamlessness of it, it's just embedded into the course modules. They can just record directly into VoiceThread if they want by clicking on that record a video comment icon, and then they can so easily comment on each other's presentations. And I just wanted to add that the rubric for the mini oral presentations is embedded in the course in D2L, and here's what that looks like. And this is what I'll be using to evaluate their mini oral presentations. All right, so Dr. Philstock asked us about lessons learned. I've learned a lot from this course and from making these changes to my courses. I would say one of the most important things I've learned is that we can all do a lot to make our courses feel more alive and to create a greater sense of connectedness and community in an online learning environment. And it doesn't really involve huge changes. It's just tweaking things a little bit and not thinking about so much of what the students need to do in terms of being evaluated and being assessed, but really what do you want the lived experience to be like in the course? How do you want them to feel inside the course? And what kind of engagement do you want them to have with the course, and how can you make it more engaging? So I think that's something that I've definitely learned from this course and from this process of making these revisions to the course. I've also learned how to create closed captioning files for VoiceThread, which was really exciting for me. And I learned how to edit closed captions on YouTube videos that I've created. I haven't created so much for this course YouTube videos, but for another online course I teach in our program, I have a lot of YouTube videos that I created. So I'm in the process now of editing the closed captions for those videos. So that was awesome to learn that. I think I also learned, and this is probably one of the most important things I've learned, is how to be a better evaluator of my courses, a better critique or critic of my courses, a constructive critic. I think I've gained greater objectivity about what makes an online course wonderful or terrible or interesting or engaging or not. And I think I have a clearer sense of the gold standard of online teaching and learning. So it's been wonderful. It's been a great experience, and I'm real excited. I'm so ready to go and teach this newly revised course now that I can't wait for fall semester to begin. Thank you.